Imagine this. You've just received your first $1,000. What's the first thing you do with it? Do you go on a shopping spree? Buy something you've been eyeing for a while? Or do you invest it, multiply it, and set yourself on the path to building wealth? Millionaires have a completely different mindset when it comes to money. In fact, how they treat their first $1,000 is often what sets them on a completely different trajectory from everyone else. If you're serious about creating wealth, you need to think like them. Welcome to Money Strategies with Prince, the channel that uncovers the secrets to making smarter financial decisions, creating wealth, and living life on your terms. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and let's dive deep into what millionaires do differently with their first $1,000. Most people see their first $1,000 as a reward, a bonus, or extra money to spend. But millionaires? They see that same $1,000 as a tool, a starting point to something much bigger. They don't just spend it, they invest it wisely to set themselves up for long-term financial freedom. So, what exactly do they do differently? In this video, we're breaking down 8 smart things millionaires do with their first $1,000, and how you can adopt these strategies to make your money work harder for you. Number 1. They don't spend, they invest it. It might seem obvious, but it's also the most important. Millionaires don't spend money, they invest it. When most people get their first $1,000, it's tempting to spend it on instant gratification, a new gadget, a weekend getaway, or a night out. But millionaires treat that $1,000 as seed money, a way to generate more money in the future. Instead of purchasing things that depreciate in value, they buy things that appreciate or generate ongoing returns. That could be a course to enhance their skills, stocks or real estate investments, a business idea or product that generates passive income. Millionaires see money as something that works for them, not something that gets spent. Number 2. They invest in self-education. Here's a little-known fact. The richest people spend more money on education than they do on entertainment. While most people will spend their first $1,000 on something that gives them instant pleasure, millionaires invested in knowledge. They'll buy books, enroll in online courses, attend seminars, and even pay for mentorship. Their belief is simple. The more you know, the more you can grow. By spending on education, they're sharpening their skill set, whether it's about investing, business strategies, or any high-income skill. This investment in themselves creates compounding returns in the long run. Number 3. They build assets, not liabilities. Millionaires understand that true wealth comes from assets, not liabilities. A liability is something that costs you money, like a new car, luxury items, or even a big vacation. On the other hand, an asset is something that makes you money, like a profitable business, real estate, or intellectual property. With their first $1,000, millionaires typically don't buy a fancy car or upgrade their lifestyle. Instead, they put that money into something that can grow over time. For example, investing in a dividend-paying stock that gives them cash flow, launching a small side hustle or online business, creating digital products that generate income automatically, like an online course or ebook. They understand that money spent on liabilities won't make you rich, but money invested in assets will. Number 4. They master high-income skills. When millionaires get their first $1,000, they often invest it in high-income skills. Skills like copywriting, sales, digital marketing, web development, public speaking, investing in stocks or crypto. Why? Because high-income skills are the ultimate leverage. For example, let's say you invest in a copywriting course. If you master this skill, you could easily charge $50 to $100 per hour writing sales pages, email campaigns, or websites. That $1,000 investment in education could turn into a 6-figure income over time. Instead of spending $1,000 on something that gives you short-term satisfaction, millionaires invest in things that make them valuable in the marketplace. Number 5. They think long-term, not short-term. Here's the thing. Most people think in terms of immediate rewards, but millionaires think in terms of long-term returns. They're willing to sacrifice immediate gratification for the sake of financial freedom down the road. They don't waste their first $1,000 on things that give them short-term pleasure. Instead, they use it to set themselves up for future growth. For instance, They invest in assets that will appreciate over time, like real estate or stocks. They use the money to learn a new skill or business idea that will pay off later. They understand the power of compound interest, whether that's on a stock investment or an educational course. Millionaires have the mindset of delayed gratification. They know the best rewards come later, not now. Number 6. They avoid lifestyle inflation. One of the silent wealth killers is something called lifestyle inflation. This is when your expenses grow as your income increases. Many people get a paycheck or bonus and immediately upgrade their lifestyle. They buy a bigger car, a more expensive apartment, or more luxurious things. Millionaires, however, avoid this trap. They live well below their means, even after getting that first $1,000. Instead of inflating their lifestyle, they use that extra money to build wealth. They reinvent their budget, put more money into savings or investments, and build their wealth steadily, rather than trying to keep up with social expectations. Number 7. They build multiple income streams. Millionaires don't rely on one source of income. They know that having a single job or business is risky and limits their financial growth. So, they use their first $1,000 to build multiple income streams. Whether it's a side hustle, passive income, or investment income, millionaires are always thinking about how to make their money work for them in different ways. For example, they might invest in stocks and bonds, launch a side business in an industry they're passionate about, create digital products like courses, ebooks, or podcasts, buy real estate to generate passive rental income. Instead of putting all their eggs in one basket, millionaires diversify their income sources and reduce risk. Number 8. They network and build relationships. Finally, millionaires understand that your network is your net worth. With their first $1,000, they'll often invest in networking opportunities like business conferences, mastermind groups, mentorship, or coaching programs. They surround themselves with like-minded people who help them grow, challenge their thinking, and open up new opportunities. Building valuable relationships is something that most people overlook, but millionaires know that the right connection can bring in opportunities that are worth thousands, even millions of dollars. There's a clear pattern here. Millionaires don't think about their first $1,000 as a windfall to spend. They see it as an opportunity to invest, build, and grow. They take a long-term view, invest in education, and prioritize assets over liabilities. So, when you get that next paycheck, bonus, or side hustle money, ask yourself, what would a millionaire do with this? The difference between those who get rich and those who stay broke often comes down to this simple decision. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like it, subscribe to Money Strategies with Prince, and share it with someone who's serious about building wealth. What would you do differently with your first $1,000 after hearing about millionaire strategies? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.